In an emergency, such as a severe winter storm or earthquake, your water service may be unavailable.
If this is the case, your home's water heater may be able to provide you with 30 to 80 gallons of water to use for drinking, cooking, and personal hygiene. If you have a tankless water heater, this is not an option for you.
Knowing where your hot water heater is located and how to access it will help ensure that you and your family are prepared. Water heaters are located in the basement and garages of most homes and in the closets of apartment and manufactured homes.
After an emergency, such as a large-scale earthquake, you'll want to make sure that your home's water heater is turned off before accessing any water from your water heater. The next thing you need to do is locate your water heater and determine which type you have. Most homes' water heaters are typically powered by electricity or natural gas.
Regardless of the type of water heater you have, the first step is to turn off the power supply. This is a critical first step to ensure your safety. If your water heater is electric, go to your electric panel and shut off your heater's power by flipping the correct breaker. Taking the time to identify the correct circuit breaker beforehand is highly recommended.
If your water heater runs on natural gas, you're going to want to find your on-off switch and turn the knob to the pilot setting. Do not turn it all the way off.
The second step is to locate the water shutoff valve on the top of your tank and turn it clockwise until it's stopped. This valve will either be a gate valve with a round handle like you'd find in an outdoor spigot, or a ball valve which is flat and only requires a quarter turn to shut it off.
Step 3 is to locate the drain valve in your water heater. It'll be located down at the bottom of your water heater, and this is actually the valve that you're going to use to drain water from your water heater.
This valve will look like an outdoor spigot, or it will have a screw that you can loosen to release water from the water heater tank. Once you've located the drain valve, place a container under the spigot to capture the water.
Any clean container will work, or you can connect a small section of potable water hose to your spigot to collect the water.
The fourth step is to let air into your water heater. This will help release water from the tank. You can do this by opening the relief valve, flip the handle so that it sticks straight up or out, located on the side of the tank. Next, turn the handle or screw of your water heater's drain valve to the left. Be careful because the water could be very hot. Wearing gloves and safety glasses for your protection is recommended.
Turn the spigot or the screw to the right to stop the flow of water once your container is full.
You can repeat this process as often as needed until the tank is fully drained.
We recommend treating your water or filtering it before using it for drinking, food preparation, or personal hygiene.
There are several ways to do this. You can bring your water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute and then let it cool and use.
Another option is to treat your water with unscented chlorine liquid bleach. If you choose this option, you'll want to make sure to first sanitize your container.
Or you can use a personal filter, but be sure to follow the manufacturer's recommendations for use.
Regular maintenance of your water heater will play a crucial role in ensuring that the water inside is of good quality and available to you.
There are two things you can do. The first is to properly strap the water heater to the wall so that it is more likely to stay connected to the wall and your water system following a large-scale earthquake.
The second is to annually flush your water heater.
Sediment can build up over time, so annual flushing will significantly decrease the amount of sediment that you have to deal with after an emergency or disaster.
Annually flushing your water heater can also give you a chance to practice drawing water from your water heater, and it'll give you an opportunity to see if there's any issues that you need to address maintenance-wise before an emergency. So your water heater should not be your sole source of emergency water supply. A well-equipped kit should include a store of water, a personal filter, and at least one way to treat water.
For printable versions of the instructions covered in this video, how to properly treat and store an emergency water supply, and other personal preparedness information, visit www.regionalh2o.org. Your regional water providers encourage you to be safe, be prepared, and please get your kit together.
The Regional Water Providers Consortium created this instructional video as a courtesy to provide general suggestive guidelines for how to access water from your home's water heater in an emergency. The consortium is not responsible for any ill health effects or damage to your home from following the instructions described in this video. If you have concerns about following these instructions and/or doing any of this work yourself, please purchase commercially bottled water.